Namaste viewers, welcome to Gnana Devula channel. Today we will try to understand the Dwaita philosophy, that is dualism in Vedantic thought. How this philosophy, Dwaita philosophy, has what are its core principles. Let us go through them. But before we go to the details, I request you to please like, share and then subscribe to my channel. Please go through the video completely and then post your comments in the comment box. Thank you, viewers. Dvaita means it is dualism. It's a school of Vedanta philosophy. It firmly upholds the eternal distinction between two things. One is soul or jīva and the supreme being, that is called as paramātman, or that is being called in the name of Vishnu or Narayana. This thought process, it was propounded by Sri Madhvacharya in the 13th century. Dvaita, it stands in contrast to the non-dualistic Advaita of Adi Shankaracharya. While Advaita speaks of absolute oneness, Dvaita embraces the reality of multiplicity and diversity as fundamentally true. It is not illusionary. The Advaita says it is illusionary, but the Dvaita philosophy says the reality of multiplicity and diversity is not illusionary. Now, some of the core principles of Dvaita philosophy go like this. The entire thing, it goes on this Panchabheda. The core principles are called as Panchabheda. The five-fold real differences. According to Dvaita, the following distinctions are real and eternal. This is the thought. Ishvara jīva bheda. That means God is different from the individual soul. Individual soul is different, God is different. Ishvara jada bheda. God is different from inert matter. Jada means rock, mountain, like this, that is different, and then Ishvara is different. Jīva jada bheda. Soul is different from inert matter. Jiva is different, jada, like rock, things like that, that is different. Jīva bhedaha. So here comes the core issue. Every soul is different from the other. Every soul is different from the other. Jada bheda. That means inert objects are different from one another. They are not same. Now, the second aspect of this Dvaita philosophy is God as supreme controller. Vishnu or Narayana is the supreme independent reality. He is Swatantra Tattva. He governs the universe. All jivas, matter, everything in this universe are dependent on him for their existence. This is the second principle. The third one is reality is pluralistic. Unlike Advaita, which sees the world as mithya, illusionary, or conditionally real. Vyavaharika and all those things, words we use in Advaita. That it says it is not illusionary, it is not conditionary, real. It is Dvaita holds the world to be satya, that is real. Experiences of multiplicity are not a delusion, but a reflection of the true nature of reality. That is the third aspect of Dvaita Vedanta. Now, there are scriptural authorities to support this, Shruti and Smruti also. Mamaivamsho Jiva Loke Jiva Bhutaha Sanatanaha. See, the living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. So they are all my parts there, eternal. They are all fragmented and they are there. Here the eternal nature Sanatana of Jiva, as distinct from Bhagavan, is emphasized here in this sloka, the Bhagavad Gita. This is the quotation. Even in Chandogya Upanishad also, Sadeva Somya idam agras asit. That means in the beginning, there was only one being, that is Sat, it was called. Dvaitins interpret this as emphasizing the eternality of Sat. It is not non-duality. Allowing room for multiple eternal realities, including jivas and matter. There are multiple entities. They are there. They will be there. Now, even Brihadaranyaka Upanishad also says, Dvitiya Dvai Bhayam Bhavati. Dvitiya Dvai Bhayam Bhavati. From duality arises fear. Dvaitins argue this shows that duality is part of this human condition and must be understood, not denied. Now, experiential and psychological argument also, if you go through that also, the human experience is naturally dualistic in nature. There is always a subject seer and an object seen. There are two things. We perceive pleasure, pain, love, fear, hope, loss, all these kinds of things. They are clear examples of real experiences in duality. How we can say it is everything is one? Emotional devotion, bhakti. Bhakti requires duality. There must be a devotee and a lord. Pure non-dualism dissolves this relationship, which contradicts the bhakti-centered teachings of the texts like the Bhagavata Purana and so many things, so many Dashavataras and all those kinds of things. Ramayana, Mahabharata, all these things. Now, the logical and metaphysical statements also, law of identity and non-contradiction. So if everything is one without a second, how do we explain the multiplicity of forms? How do we explain the multiplicity of ideas? And how do we explain the multiplicity of experiences? Here, Dvaita answers this by affirming that God, soul and world are real but different in nature. Here, there is one more thing, dependence versus independence. Swatantra, only God is independent. Jivas, Prakriti, matter, everything are dependent on realities. That is Paratantra, which maintains logical coherence in metaphysical hierarchy. Now, even if you look from the ethical and moral framework, karma has meaning and moral responsibility. In Dvaita, it is real. Since the soul is eternally distinct, its choices have consequences. Soul is eternally, it has got whatever choice it takes, it has consequences. Liberation, moksha, is earned through grace and right conduct. You require the grace of God, you require the grace of Lord Vishnu, Narayana, and you have to have the right conduct, not merely through knowledge. If you have knowledge, no, nothing. This leads to an engaged life rather than a dismissive attitude towards the world. Jagan Mithya, no, you did dismiss that world. No? That kind of a thing is not there. Here, it leads to an engaged life. So now if you look from the theological angle also, Dvaita theology offers a vivid, clear, personal God who is loving, approachable and distinct from the soul. This is especially important in Bhakti Yoga traditions like Vaishnavism. The doctrine of Taratamya, hierarchy of souls, explains the differing capacities and destinies of individuals, why some attain liberation faster than others. This is Taratamya, hierarchy of souls, doctrine of hierarchy of souls. Now, practical, what is the spiritual path here? Dvaita emphasizes Bhakti, first thing. First and foremost thing is Bhakti, devotion, as the primary means to liberation. This is the first and foremost thing. Then Anugraha, that is the grace of the God, as He should look upon us, and then we should have Anugraha from Him. Then of course, discipline, Niyama, Karma and Dharma as important tools on this path. My devotee never perishes, Name Bhaktaha Pranashyati. This is a Gita phrase. So to conclude, while non-duality offers an abstract, metaphysical view of unity, Dvaita gives a relational, an experiential model of spirituality. It affirms the reality of diversity. It affirms the authenticity of the relationship with God and provides a practical roadmap of devotion. The doctrine of Dvaita thus holds its ground not only scripturally and philosophically but also emotionally and ethically. So, viewers, with this explanation on Dvaita, we conclude this episode. Please like, share and then subscribe to my channel. Please post your comments in the comment box. Thank you for your valuable time in listening to this video. Please listen to this completely and then post your comments. Thank you, viewers.